Time she realized what she had done, her sister was gone, and nothing in her life ever remained the same. Everybody in the compound knew something was wrong with Ngozi, but nobody said it out loud. It started small. A look. A silence. A bitterness that grew every time her younger sister Amaka smiled. Amaka was everything Ngozi was not: calm, kind, and loved by everyone. Even the neighbors used to say, "That girl has a clean heart." But Ngozi, her eldest sister, she was struggling. Ngozi was the oldest amongst her 6 siblings. They lived with their parents in Ojuelegba. No husband. No stable business. Debts everywhere. And then one day, a rich man from Lekki came. Chief Balegan. He arrived in a big car that made dust rise like smoke. The whole neighborhood gathered. But his eyes, they stopped on Amaka. "I want to marry that girl," he said boldly. The compound went silent. Amaka was shocked. She didn't even know the man. But Ngozi, her heart burned. That night, she couldn't sleep. "How can this kind of blessing pass me and go to her?" she muttered. The jealousy started to grow into something darker. Something dangerous. The next day, Chief Balegan sent gifts, beautiful dresses, jewelry, money. The family was overwhelmed. Amaka was unsure. "I don't trust this man," she whispered to Ngozi. But Ngozi smiled. A fake smile. "My sister, this is your opportunity. Don't be foolish." But inside, her mind was working. That same evening, Ngozi went somewhere nobody expected. The shrine. The old woman there looked at her with tired eyes. "What do you want?" Ngozi hesitated, then spoke. "I want what belongs to my sister." The old woman's face hardened. "Everything has a price. I will pay." And that was the moment everything changed. Ngozi was given instructions. Dark instructions. Bring something that belongs to her. Something personal. Ngozi returned home shaking, but determined. That night, she stole Amaka's hair from her comb. Her hands were trembling, but she didn't stop. The next morning, Amaka started feeling strange. Weak. Confused. Meanwhile, Chief Balegan returned, this time more impatient. I want my answer now." Amaka tried to speak, but collapsed. The compound erupted in panic. Ngozi stood there. Watching. Silent. Because deep down, she already knew. This was only the beginning. Amaka did not get better. Instead, she became worse. Every day, her body grew weaker, like something was draining her life slowly. The family tried everything. Herbalist. Prayers. Nothing worked. People started whispering. This is not ordinary sickness. But Ngozi kept quiet. Even when Amaka held her hand one night and whispered, "Sister, I feel like someone close to me is hurting me." Ngozi forced a laugh. "You are just imagining things." But her heart was pounding. Because she knew the truth. Days passed. Chief Balegan grew impatient. "I cannot marry a sick woman," he said coldly. And just like that, his attention shifted to Ngozi. It happened so fast that people didn't even question it. How can the man suddenly choose the older sister? Some wondered. But the gifts started coming again. This time, for Ngozi. She should have been happy. She had gotten what she wanted. But peace, it never came. At night, she couldn't sleep. She kept hearing Amaka coughing, crying, calling her name. One evening, Amaka called her again. Her voice was weak, almost gone. "Ngozi, if I don't make it, promise me you will not let anything bad happen to yourself." Ngozi felt something break inside her. But it was too late. Because that same night, Amaka died. The compound exploded with grief. Their mother collapsed. Neighbors cried openly. But Ngozi, she couldn't cry. She just sat there, frozen. Because deep down, she knew she had done this. The burial came quickly. But something strange started happening after. On the third night, Ngozi had a dream. Amaka stood in front of her. Not smiling. Not calm. But angry. You took what was mine, she said slowly. Ngozi tried to speak, but no words came out. You will not enjoy it. She woke up screaming. Sweat all over her body. From that day, her life began to fall apart. At first, it was small things. Chief Balagan started acting differently.
When are we fixing the
Cold.
wedding date?
There will be
Distant.
no wedding. You are
You are
not
not
who
the woman I
I thought you were.
thought you were, he said one evening. Ngozi was confused. What do you mean? But he didn't explain. Soon after, the gift stopped. The visit stopped. And then one day, he disappeared completely. No goodbye. No explanation. Just silence. The same silence Ngozi once gave her sister. People started talking. They say she used something. They say that marriage was not clean. The respect she once wanted, it turned into shame. Even her own family began to look at her differently. Her mother couldn't even look her in the eyes. And the worst part, the dreams never stopped. Every night, Amaka appeared. Standing. Watching. Sometimes crying. Sometimes angry. You chose this, she would say. Ngozi tried everything to escape it. Prayers. Deliverance. Nothing worked. Because some things cannot be undone. Years passed. Ngozi never married. Never found peace. Her business failed. Friends disappeared. And slowly, she became a shadow of herself. People in the village started using her story as a warning. Do you want to end like Ngozi? That question alone was enough to silence anyone. One evening, she sat alone in the compound. The same compound where everything started. She looked at Amaka's old room. Empty. Quiet. Gone forever. Tears finally came. Real tears. I should have been happy for you, she whispered. But the wind carried her words away. Because the truth was simple. If she had chosen love over greed, her sister would still be alive. And she would not be living in regret.